The role of individual MPs, members of parliament, has diminished over the years, and as a result healthy constructive debates on policy issues are not usually witnessed. How far can this be attributed to the anti-defection law, which was legislated but with a different intention? Those saw words, thus marks. Introduction. The anti-defection law, introduced through the 52nd Amendment to the Indian Constitution in 1985, added the thus et schedule. This law aims to prevent political defections that can destabilize the government and undermine voter trust. It disqualifies elected members who switch parties after elections. Body. Unintended consequences of the law. Centralization of power. To avoid disqualification, members of parliament, MPs, must follow the party line. This limits their ability to share independent views, even if those views align with the interests of their constituents. Stifling of intra-party democracy. Fear of disqualification discourages MPs from expressing dissent against party leadership. This hinders healthy debates within the party and leads to a lack of diverse opinions on policies. Neglect of constituency issues. MPs may prioritize party interests over local issues due to fear of repercussions. As a result, important constituency concerns might be overlooked in parliamentary discussions. Although the anti-defection law has helped maintain political stability, its effects on parliamentary debates and individual MPs are concerning. The Dinesh Goswami Committee has suggested reforms, such as only disqualifying MPs for clear defections rather than for voting against the party line. An example of this is the 2018 vote of no confidence, where a Telugu Desam Party MP abstained from voting against the party's order, highlighting the law's role in stifling dissent. Conclusion. The anti-defection law significantly reduces the role of individual MPs and limits constructive parliamentary debate, warranting a thorough review and potential reform.